Hello. This is random. So, while I wait for some people to come through, I am Tamika Marable King, your girl Tika Talks, and typically I do videos on Tuesday, but I did not do anything yesterday. My baby wasn't feeling too well. Hi, Antoinette. Hey, Aunt Brenda. Hey, Phyllis. Y'all supposed to be working. What y'all doing? So I decided that I was going to come on because I didn't make a video yesterday. And then God dropped some things in my spirit. And I just thought I should share. Okay. So the one thing being for us to stop adjusting to darkness. So there is a thing, with our eyes where we adjust to the light based on how much light is present. Thank you, Antoinette. Thank you, baby. I hope she do too, okay? Out of school 2 days, you know what I'm saying? But it just seemed like a bad cold. There's this thing where it's called dark adaptation, where based on whatever amount of light is present, our eyes will adjust. And I say, for myself, some people have to have a whole bunch of light when they're doing things. Right, Aunt Brenda. And some people don't. So if I get up in the middle of the night, I maneuver in the darkness to go use the bathroom just fine. As for my husband, if he gets up in the middle of the night, or if he gets up, period, and it's dark in the house, he's turning on lights. I don't do that. We recently moved. Hey, Savan Van. And the old house, I could walk through, knew where everything was. You know what I'm saying? This one I had to adjust to. So the first few nights that I woke up to pee, I got up, I used my phone light, so I could get where I was going without hurting myself. But now, just like at the old house, I have adjusted to what little bit of lighting is inside the house that shines from the outside of the house into the house that allows me to be able to see where I'm going. But some of us are walking in darkness, and we have adjusted to that darkness and we stay there. The darkness could be bitterness, anger, resentment, unforgiveness, sadness, depression, brokenness, anything and everything that keeps you from tapping into your best self is, to me, a level of darkness. So some of us have just begun to live our lives with these things going on internally and some things externally, and we are acting like that's how we're supposed to live. That's what we're supposed to do. That's how we should get through life. It's okay to continue struggling and suffering year after year in the same element, the same places that we have been in, that we have been praying about coming out of, but we're not doing any work whatsoever to really come out of those places. So, there's going to be some discomfort that accompanies you changing your situation or allowing God to change the situation for you. But you actively have to be doing something. So if you're struggling to forgive somebody, you're actively choosing forgiveness every day and in the situation and as it relates to the person. You know what I'm saying? So we got to start connecting with God and connecting with our inner selves enough to know where we should be going and what we should be doing differently in our everyday lives. Because what happens is things take place in small increments and they still equal up to something big. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes we think, oh, that's not enough. Or, I didn't do good today, or I didn't pass the test today. So whatever, I'm over it. I'm not going to try again. But you should keep trying. And the test is going to keep happening until you actually pass it anyway. So I find that some of the things that I used to constantly encounter, I don't encounter anymore because I am not in the same place mentally or spiritually. So I don't have those same tests. Once you advance to another level, you stay there. And then you'll be on that level for however long is necessary in your season, in your life, wherever you're going. Only you and God knows what's going on in the most intimate way. See, we only get what we get from you whenever you give something or whenever I give something. You only know what I share. And in some instances, people don't even share the truth. So, that too is a problem. Yes, you are blocking your own blessings when you don't forgive. Y'all, forgiveness is big. Speaking of which, okay, y'all know we had the anthology come out. My story is The Freedom of Forgiveness. And if you would like a copy, yes, hit me up. But I'm serious. Some of us just keep walking around in this darkness and we don't even know anymore how to come out. I submit to you that if you would begin to connect with God, if you would begin to admit where you are and what the struggles are that you're facing and the things that you do that you don't like doing and that you wish you could stop doing or that you've been in denial about doing, God is present. He hears you. He knows exactly what you're experiencing. He knows how long you've been going through those things. He knows the pain that accompanies those things that you're struggling to get out of or that you don't even know how to begin to walk away from, So don't keep telling yourself that it's okay, that where I am is where I'm supposed to be. Because what if it's not? What if that's no longer where you need to be? And that's not a situation that is conducive to your greater self. And the enemy has just continued to tell you these lies to make you stay in a position that is just terrible, hurtful. You know what I'm saying? Like, for me, y'all, I used to be in situations and I thought to myself, well, because of who I am, because of how I act, because of the choices I've made, because of the children I already have, these are the situations that I have to stay in. Like, that there was no real confidence there. It appeared that I was confident on the outside, but the inside was very broken, very uncertain, very insecure. So I needed God to really help me and to mend me, but I had to get to like the lowest of the lowest places in order to be tired enough to say, okay, God, I now give it to you. I need your help. I'm not, I don't want to do anything else on my own accord. I just want to function in the way that you would have me do. And so that meant you got to stop being who you are. I mean, like every bit of my old self needed to die in order to become who he has created me to be. That's a struggle. That is a real struggle because there are many things that we want to hang on to that are, let me keep this attitude. You know what I'm saying? Like, so people know they can't run over me. They can't, step to me incorrectly. Let me keep a little bit of that. You know what I'm saying? And he will say, no, I'm going to rid you of all of that, but I'm going to give you something new. I'm going to pour something different in you. And what I give you is going to be greater than what you had. And when I give it to you, you're going to be able to utilize it. And they're still not going to come incorrect. They're still not going to be trying to disrespect you. They're still not going to be trying to play you in the way that you think is, that's pride in some sense, so that's not good either. You know what I'm saying? We have to understand it doesn't even matter if they think they're disrespecting you, if they're trying to be ugly, whatever. Okay? Like, I have definitely grown beyond that season of my life where I'm not concerned with that anymore. My goal is to be doing what I'm supposed to do every day. And the only person that can ensure that happens is going to be you. That's going to be me through our relationship with God and then our relationships with other people, which I do encourage us to evaluate, because if those relationships are not bringing positivity to your life and they weigh you down and they hinder you, those are relationships that you need to reconsider. And in doing so, be sure to pray about it. Be sure to fast about it. Don't just go cutting people off and, breaking up if you don't know that that's what God is telling you to do. Now, when you consult with God and you seek him and he gives you answers, and he will give you answers. Okay. We are always busy wanting everybody else to tell us what to do. But I promise you, the best answer is going to come from God. And the only way to get that answer from God is because you are praying, you are seeking, and you are connecting with him. Don't be afraid to do so. Don't worry about, I don't have enough time in for God to really answer me. I've only been praying for a week now, so he may not. No, he will. He shall. Don't worry about trying to be what everybody else you think is, because some of those people are not even that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we get caught up in how things look and we don't even know how things really are. So I encourage everybody to constantly stay in connection with God, to pray and do that as soon as you get up. If it is possible for you when you first wake up in the morning, that you set aside some time to spend with God before you exit your home and begin your day, before your children exit, before your spouse gets up and go, if it's possible. Now, as for myself, that is a no. My husband is gone when I get up because he's an early worm. Hey, Miss Latrice. But if I get up, when I get up, I know that my husband has already covered me in prayer when he's up, when he's left the house. Then when I get up, same thing. I'm going to pray for him. I'm going to pray for the children and pray for myself. And I get lazy sometimes. And I want to stay in the bed a little later. And I just want to sleep or this body is not what it used to be. And sometimes I'm aching and I'm like, I'm going to go ahead and sleep through, my alarm and keep snoozing it. But that's the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Let me get up. Let me pray over my own body. Let me pray some healing over me. Let me pray for the pains that I might be experiencing so that I feel better, so that I can go about my day and have a better day. God is able in every situation, no matter what you're facing, no matter how long you've been in it, no matter what level of darkness you're in or surrounds you right now. The light you need is already on the inside of you because God has placed it there. And so you use that light to come out. You use that light to stay connected to Him and to be who He's created you to be. I'm going to encourage you almost, 98% of the time. I throw that in there, encouraging you to be your best self, to be who you were created to be, not somebody else, not what life has made you, right now, but the most authentic version of you is going to be the best version of you. Okay. And although the experiences we've had in life has, molded us in many ways, and there are things that we have been taught that God knows, I wouldn't trade my experiences for anything, because had I not had them, I wouldn't have grown to become, myself. But when I say be yourself, I'm talking about the best, most positive version of yourself, not the nasty, ugly, I got to say what I want to say whenever I want to say it. That level of boldness that brings forth hurt. And I'm not saying you got to say everything in the nicest fashion, sometimes it's not quite possible. And you are going to be firm, or your tone is going to come off in an authoritative way. But that's okay. As long as God is guiding you, y'all, it's all good. Be receptive to criticism, constructive criticism. Be receptive to that and allow yourself to be corrected, because God loves you. So He has to correct us. He has to check us the same way we check our children. We want them to be correct in the way they're going about whatever they're doing, because we love them, because we want to see them succeed, because we want them to develop, because we want them to grow. And it's the same for us. God feels that for us. He loves us enough. God, I can't look at the enemy. Stay trying to play me in the way I talk. But He loves us enough that He would constantly correct us or allow other people to be a part of our lives who can, step in and say, hey, okay, girl, that ain't right. You know what I'm saying? You need to do something else. And it's okay. I appreciate that. And so should you. This week is going to be a great week. Miracles are going to be taking place. Healings, deliverance. You're going to get to know who you are a little more, a little better. Every day, you're going to choose to serve and be better. And in doing so, you're just going to feel blessed. You're going to feel better. It's going to help. Be active in your communities. Just do more. You know what I'm saying? Y'all heard the saying, we sleep when we dead, right? Right. So get up, do more, be active all day. For as long as you have breath, you need to be out and about doing what you should and praising God in doing so. So that's it. Again, boom, hello. This anthology is going to bless your life. Y'all be sure to hit me up or hit the other ladies up to get your copy. The copies are $15 and they are available for purchase. I absolutely love you guys. God bless you. I will see you live again tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Y'all share the video. Do what you do best, and that is being you. Well, darn, can I get off here? I just can't even hit the button, y'all. Help me.